What's going on YouTube? Kevin Reese here. It's cold out here today, but I want to take this time to show you how to do a brake pad change on your Kawasaki Brute Force 650. Mine's a 2005 model, so it should be the same for roughly the same model years. The Kawasaki Prairie is very similar, so that should be about the same. The 750 Brute Force may be similar. I can't say for sure, but we're going to go ahead and show you how to do this today, so let's go ahead and get started. So first thing you want to do, guys, I've already jumped into it a little bit, but I wanted to show y'all. So you're going to need a jack. Get the front end of this thing up. Support it on some jack stands. You see I got some jack stands down there holding it up. Pull your wheels off. These are 14 millimeter. Those lug nuts, I want to say they're 14 millimeter, y'all. I just use this T-handle wrench that I got right here. You can use an air wrench or socket, ratchet, whatever you want to use. Pull that off. I'll show y'all. There's two. You can see you've got one here, and then there's one right down here. That's why I got this off of here first, so I can show y'all. It's easier to see. One here and one here. These are two 12 millimeter bolts. So you pull those off from the back side, like I was saying, y'all. Like something like this right here. You can see you got those two holes. So you got one there and it sits like this. The first one you can get to pretty easy on the top. One thing I love about Kawasaki, the engineers there are very, very good. You can see this cut out here in this control arm, y'all. This whole socket and extension goes right through the back side to get right onto that bolt. All right, so now I got some more light here on this situation. I want to show you all this. I had a problem with this here. You can see this bolt here. That doesn't really unscrew or come off. It's kind of made onto this pin, but it fools you to think that it looks like it should. You should be able to take that out, which it doesn't, because you can see I wrung the head of it off already messing with it, till I could see it was just so dirty here. There's actually a tiny hole. Y'all can see it right there. There was a right here. You see that tiny hole in that pin? That's a cotter key, which I bent in trying to get it out of there. And I've got it down here in this little bucket, but just a really small cotter key. I'm gonna try to get back in there and see if it'll fit. But all you do with that, guys, is just loosen it up. You can see I got my trusty PB blaster out here, so I've been blasting away at these bolts. But you can see once you do that, this pin moves, and this pin will actually, this actually comes out now. It turns. You can see here I'm turning it, and you can actually slide this pin out pretty easily. You can see here it's coming out now, just with me pushing on it. But that's how that comes out. And then when you put it back in, you just put your cotter key back through that hole. And that holds it in. But this nut, you don't do anything with it. The only thing I can figure they did with that is they had it so that you can put a small, and I actually used a 3/16 socket, really small. But the only reason I can think they did that, y'all, is, they put this on here just so you could turn it just to kind of break it free, because, see, it does kind of, it's real grimy in there, so you need to kind of clean this up with a little wire brush or a little wire wheel or something, some brake cleaner. But you can see, y'all, once you do that, if you look right here, once you do that, you pull this pin out and both of these pads rotate off. So you can go ahead and remove the pads at that point. So we're going to go ahead and get started with this part. I'm going to pull this pin out. We'll rotate these pads out of here. And I'll have to use a C-clamp to compress those pistons there, which I'll end up cleaning off. I'm going to get these out the way and kind of clean this caliper up. We'll jump back on it. Alright, so y'all can see here, you got the new brake pads. ECCPP. I'll show y'all the package here they came in. Got these on Amazon, I think. There's your part number. See, it's got a Yamaha crotch rocket on there doing a wheelie. Carbon Kevlar brake pads. This is what I'm using. Here's a package. Here's the other one. If y'all look here at the see, here's my old ones. They aren't too terribly worn, but they definitely could have used replacing. You can see I got a good bit of meat on these here compared to those other ones. So carbon Kevlar should be pretty good performance. They look like everything matches up pretty good. So I may have to use the other side for that one. Yeah, so if y'all can see here, your little SUK, you got 052466. And on that one we got a 052467. So these are going to be, if you can see here, this this pad here lines up with this pad. You can see these wouldn't line up, so I actually need to use this kit. Is going to be for the this side of the four-wheeler. So if you're on the four-wheeler, the left side front is going to be 052466. So we'll go ahead with this one. Alright y'all, so the trick here is, you can see here I got 2 C-clamps. I went ahead and put the old brake pads in there, and you can see I've got it compressed down a pretty good bit. What I had to do was just loosen your bleed screw here. It's a 10 millimeter, and you can see it was under a lot of pressure. It shot straight out and hit the fender. But it just wouldn't backflow up into the system like I wanted it to. So I loosened that, and it immediately compressed. So we should be able to get our new pads in here now, no problem. All right, so this is how the pads look. When you put them back in, you put that one in there, slip this one over on the top, spin it around, slip it down in, put your pin back in there. You see here, there's my cotter pin. It's all bent up, but this in there good. Got plenty of room in here now, y'all, so it'll slip right back over that rotor, no problem. So I'm gonna go ahead now and put it back on in place. All right, new brake pads, y'all. So as you can see here, like I said, you put them in, 12 millimeter bolt here, and if you look down there, 12 millimeter bolt down there. And you can go right through the back, like I said, with the socket and the extension, and go right there on it. So that's it on this side, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm not gonna bleed all the brakes yet, because I know I got some air in them now just from putting, from opening that up. So we'll get to the other side, and should be the same on the other side too, y'all. Like I said, see, I've already got my tire and wheel off over here, so you can see right there, should be same process. So we're gonna go ahead and get this one done. We got new brakes on both sides. Like I said, everything on the other side was the exact same as this side, and now it's time to bleed the brakes. So if you see here, you got your fluid, and I've already squeezed it, and it's got, squeezed it, pump it up so it gets tight, to get some tension on it, and you can see I got plenty of tension right here. So what you want to do whenever you bleed brakes, you want to start from the farthest point of your reservoir. So being that that's on that side, we have all this extra line that comes over here with air, the air can get in it. So we're going to bleed this side first, and then we'll bleed that side. So like I said, y'all, just take you a 10 millimeter. You can see right here, goes right on here good. So what I'm going to do is it's going to take some reaching, or either you could use a C-clamp or something on there and tighten it up. But I'm just going to squeeze this here with my hand, and just reach down here with my other hand and just kind of bust that loose, and let some of that drain. This is, I want to say this is DOT 3 or 4 brake fluid. I'll let y'all know in a second when I fill it up. Alright y'all, so it's been a little while since I put these brakes on out here with it tonight. I just want to kind of show y'all. I did have, like I said, I had a lot of moisture, water inside this reservoir. It was real rusty looking. I remember y'all saw that. So I bled the brakes, flushed everything really good, just kept running fluid through it both sides, and got it real good and clear. So you can see here, it's the tension I got. I've got it adjusted. See, I've got pressure on it now. And I'll tell y'all, I think I overfilled it when I first did it, because my brakes were hanging up. I came back, I bled some fluid off, got the fluid down a little lower in the reservoir. It's been fine ever since. Brake pads work pretty good so far. Time will tell how they hold up. But anyway, that's it. So I hope y'all like watching my video. If this has helped you, please hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel. That helps me out. Drop a comment if you have any questions. I'll see y'all next time. Kevin Reese.